Good Thursday morning, everybody. You are watching BT. So good to see you today. We are chugging along. Spring is here. We have got us looking lovely in our neutrals. I'm Dina. This is Tim. This is Devo. Are we feeling excited that this warmer weather is here, Dee?
Heck yeah.
I know, finally.
It's about time, right?
Where are you guys
Devo
at with,
season.
Is spring, where are we at spring favorite season? Where are you? Where
No,
you at
summer.
with-
Summer
Yours
for
is
me.
summer.
For you?
All day hot. And I know not for you. Spring, fall.
Spring and fall,
Yeah.
both my favorite seasons because I love moderate. I don't like extremes, too warm, too hot, so this is perfect. You?
I would say, as a sports guy,
Yeah.
too, I love spring because there's so much going on.
There's
right?
every team's playing.
Yeah,
in
and
every
you,
sport.
you got baseball coming back, which is my fave, and then you got the hockey NBA playoffs.
Yeah.
But it's also like, I like fall, but you know what's coming after fall.
Yeah.
With the spring, it's nice because everybody's energized. Like patios across the country are like popping up, and
Yeah.
there's energy in the patios because you know that summer's coming. It's the vibe, it's the building. That's why I can never move somewhere where there isn't seasons. I love the actual changing of the
No, I could.
seasons.
I could live
could
summer
do it, absolutely.
all year round. Summer, let's go.
Tropical
Let's go.
Devo, no problem.
Yeah.
The thing is with fall, though, it's so beautiful. You have to appreciate each season for what it is because with spring, as much as I love it, and you get the birds and the blooms, the only thing is everything melts. And with the melt, you see all the mess of winter. And it's like, oh boy, the sidewalks are a mess.
You were hiding what in the snowbank?
Yeah, all the
That's where I
all the
put my
dog
shoe. There's always like a random shoe and a glove and a mitt, all kinds of things that end up in the snowbanks.
I saw a shopping cart at Home Depot the other day,
Seriously?
and like a snow
Yeah,
pile.
they're like, I'll leave it here, and no one will notice it till the snowbank thaws. But right now, we're talking about the office cheater. So somebody who maybe brags a lot and want to know what I did on the weekend, like I'm a weekend warrior, I did this, right, Tim?
Yeah, so an anonymous worker is upset that he lost the office health competition, and he says his colleague, Tiffany, cheated. Oh, Tiff. Here's what the worker said. So then I checked the log out, and out of nowhere, Tiffany, who had been posting 10 to 15,000 steps per day, posted 65,000 steps.
That's many hours of walking.
For perspective, here we go. A marathon I ran resulted in 52,000, he said. So I'm skeptical, but also maybe Tiffany ran a casual ultra marathon on a work day. Who knows here? Okay, so the worker reported Tiffany to the challenge organizer, and word got back to Tiff, and now she's mad at him. Tiffany ultimately won, took home an Apple Watch.
So she was legit with it, with that many steps in a day. Wow. If she
Yeah.
won, that means she was in the right. It was accurate. She wasn't a cheater.
Or they didn't really double check or fact check her on her steps. I mean, she needs the Apple Watch to count her steps. She's counting them before that.
Yeah.
That's true.
65,000 in a day? D, I walked around Rome for 8 hours, and I got to 42,000.
Wow.
And that was wild. I don't think you can get 65,000 just walking around.
Well, what did he say about it? He ran a
Marathon for
yeah.
52,000.
52.
Well, 10,000 steps takes 100 minutes, I think, ish, approximately. So that's like an hour and 40 minutes. That's a lot. Think of that's hard to pull off on a day. Like the 10,000.
If you know, some people work from home or whatever, they do the treadmill thing, or they have like a little thing that you can
Yes.
have that under your desk, right? So if you did that,
Yeah,
I don't know if you're
maybe.
getting... No.
So you're saying you think that they were right in calling Tiff out, but she just won because they didn't have any way to validate it.
Yeah, you're snitching on someone that you think was lying, and if you want to try and win that watch and you're doing all right, yeah.
What's that do for office morale, though?
Not-
Like, you got to work with Tiff.
Not
doesn't
good
at
at
all.
You see her the next day.
But
It's
Tiff
a
shouldn't have
ref for
lied.
Tiff.
yeah, I know.
If Tiff's a liar,
Yeah, do you want the Apple Watch that bad? I don't know. Like,
or
because
is it it's the principality of the situation?
Yes,
Right?
I do love that they even have this like health, like, because they say when you have a workout buddy, it helps. I like that they're doing this in the office to motivate. But if you have that person that's always trying to Ferris Bueller it and scam,
Yeah.
she might not get invited to the next thing. So don't cheat. Just don't cheat.
maybe not the first time for Tiff cheating at the office.
Well,
Principle, man.
bad life advice, guys. I love this one. What's a common piece of life advice that's actually terrible? This is so true. People chimed in and they said stuff like this. Follow your passion. Sometimes it's just not meant to happen, like being a singer. You see people on these shows where they're like, I want to be a singer. And then it's like, well, you can't sing or you're tone deaf. Here's another one. Ignore bullies. Maybe it's better to nip something in the bud before it escalates. See, that's the thing, too. It's true. It's not always cut and dry, right? It's not always black and white. Sometimes you can ignore them. Sometimes you live with them. Sometimes they're your boss and there's nothing you can do about it, or a coworker. What do? You have to find ways to manage situations. It's not that easy to just ignore.
Bad life advice? Don't cut corners, you'll never get ahead. Unless you're Tiffany,
Oh!
who just did that and won an
what he
Apple
did.
Watch.
Devo threaded that. Do you
Yeah.
see what he did there? Here's another one. Never go to bed mad. But what if the person's still mad? It's not that easy. Like sometimes it takes a minute.
Impossible.
Decompress.
But so, in a relationship, if you're both mad, like, what are you going to sit up and just stew over it and argue about it until the wee hours?
And then you're sleep deprived and you're angrier because now you're extra tired?
But remember, like, that was the thing. Like, we'll never go to bed angry.
Yes.
That's not a thing.
I know. Sometimes it's hard. Here's another one. The best things come to those who wait, but then people say no. Sometimes you just need to go for it. Sometimes if you're waiting, it's not just going to drop on your lap. At some point, there's something you have to do and take action to make it happen.
Okay, so let me say this, because sometimes the best comes when you do wait. And I will say, being and sitting on this couch with you guys right here now, I had to wait for this. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Now,
Sure.
But I'm working away and doing other stuff and being on other great programs too. But this is the ultimate. I'm on a national morning show, which is fabulous. Across the country, you guys are watching. Like, this was always my dream, to be on a national morning show.
No, but
so,
you're
like,
right.
to get there, it does take time to wait for things. But within that time, you still got to be working.
Yeah, you were
can't be sitting around.
proactively still doing things to get to that stage, right?
Sure.
So I think it's like, I always do this scenario where if you like somebody and you just sit back and they never know you like them, you could do that. Or you could write the note that says, do you like me? Check yes or no. I'm kidding. But that's, you know what I mean? Like, you have to be proactive and you take a step to try, otherwise you'll never know. So you can't always just sit back and wait, because that person will never know that you had those feelings.
That's
with them. Maybe they
true.
liked you and they were scared too.
And then you miss that. So what's that? If you can't score on the shots, you don't
Go sports. Go sports. You miss how many?
You what?
You miss how many?
You only miss the shots you don't take. Is that right?
Yeah,
We'll
sort
look
of.
it up. We'll look it up. But
Sort
it's true.
of. It's, you miss 100% of the shots you
You don't take.
Yeah.
Here's another one.
Gretzky, isn't
Thanks,
it?
Stacey.
Gretzky.
I trust you.
Yeah.
Here's another
Jordan,
one.
everybody.
Everything happens for a reason. People say that a lot to make people feel better. But the argument is, but you can change or alter the path of that outcome. So if you say everything happens for a reason, sometimes you can change or alter the path of that outcome, is the argument, right? So what do you guys think about that? Would you believe that, oh, this was meant to be? You know, everything happens for a reason. Or sometimes is it life throws you challenges and curveballs that you got to dig deep and try and find that answer.
And find your true passion for it if it is something that you want to achieve.
Or it could be bad, something bad. And
I think it depends on what it is. Like sometimes people will say, "Oh, you're lucky," but some other people say, "Oh, I created my luck," right? Because it's a chain of events, a chain of actions that get to that thing. Like when you're saying about that. So I don't know. Sometimes it's meant to be. There's some things that you can't explain sometimes.
I think
resilience.
I think there could be always a little bit of luck sprinkled around. Talent, work ethic, maybe a little luck.
It's all of it, right?
I think so.
Well, we're happy that you lucked out. We lucked out. We lucked out by having you here. It's a coveted seat, and you know what? You're 46, and now you're here, and it's never too late to start something new. That one I believe in. Never too late to start something new.